Alright, alright, alright. I should probably turn the game down, huh? Because I probably have the game. Yep, I have it all the way up, so let me turn it down a little bit. Just a hair. There we go. Let me know if the volume's good, bad, whatever. Probably going to be a shorter stream tonight, because I'm starting it pretty late here. I also have to work earlier than I normally do, so, let me know if the volume's good, bad, whatever. Alright. Join voice chat? Okay. Howdy, y'all.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
There he is, right?
There he is.
Yeah. Like I said, you probably don't want to hear that, but I actually... There are a lot of things I did like about Season 3, but I overall think it was still a bad season. What's that?
I never played it.
Yeah.
Thought it looked not good.
Oh, honestly, the main character I really liked, and I liked... Because the whole, like, main theme of Season 3 is his relationship with his brother. And I'm not gonna lie, his brother's death actually made me tear up, because it was really sad. But I think the biggest problem is that it ties to Clementine and disregards your ending to Season 2. That's my biggest issue with it still. Also, no Kenny. Just in general, that's bad.
I got a lot of... I just got a lot of sleep.
Yeah?
Because as soon when I got home from work, I was just really tired.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm overall glad I played Season 3, but I still don't like to... Like, for me, the ending to Clementine's story is leaving with Kenny, you know what I mean?
Also, I just don't like Clementine's character in the last two games.
No, I get you. She honestly wasn't, like, unbearable in Season 3, but, like, I definitely would... Like, I just like... You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to acknowledge it either, you know what I mean? Like, she wasn't terrible, but she wasn't anything special.
Definitely, I think they ruined her in the comics, though, don't they?
Oh, yeah, no, the comics ruin her. Nobody likes the comics. But, Season 3, way better than I expected. Still not up to the par with Season 1 and 2, obviously. And apparently there was a way I could have saved his brother. But it's based on a really arbitrary choice I would have made very early on with Clementine. Because, like, in one of the flashbacks, you have the choice to, like, with Clementine, you have the choice to listen to, what's it called? Trying to sorry, my brain's all over the place right now.
What's going on in here, Medea? Who is this scam?
But, no, the choice is you have to accept the offer to join New Frontier, and then you have to not inject AJ with the medicine with Clementine, and if you don't do those two things, you can't save Javier's brother. And those are, like, really early on choices. Hello, my fellow Harley riders. Yeah, there you go, Ree. Why is he standing there with nothing in his hand like that? Oh, the game crashed. Lovely. That's my favorite.
Probably gonna play some Doom or something.
Okay.
What's going on in here, Medea?
Like when people make those abortion arguments, they know that they're not good.
Sir,
Yeah.
I was just telling this new worker about the job the foreman posted.
Oh yeah. So he's the one that's going.
I think it's weird that people just can't accept that there are just certain things that there is no argument for, like...
He knows. 10 ingots.
Yeah.
As fast as he can.
Well then, I hope you also said goodbye.
Okay.
All right, playtime's over. Get to work, grinders.
Okay.
Like, I think it should just be, that people should just say that they don't value, like, they don't think that life has value. Like, I
Right.
think that should just be their argument.
Well, and that was what he said at first, and I'm like, you know what? I admire the honesty. You know what I mean? But then,
Yeah,
then he
and, like,
contradicts that.
Like, it kind of confused me, because he's like, I care, because I talked to him, when I was talking to him on the phone, he said, I care about humanity. And I didn't, and I was like, and I don't understand, like, why does he care about people just because they have experiences? Why is that the...
Yeah, I don't get it. An argument frequency with abortion defenders is not murder if they're not out of the... Well, yeah, I mean, that's literally their only argument, Ray. They just have different ways of saying it. Which, it's just not true.
Also, I think it's funny when they're, like, forced to have the baby.
It's like, if that's nature taking its course, that's not forced.
Like you're... Like, it doesn't make,
Speaking
How
of
are you-
babies, I'm gonna eat the baby on the pit this time.
So you're the lucky.
Oh, you have the mod?
Yeah, of course I do. Yup, that's me! Yeah, I gotta go into work a little earlier tonight, so I'll probably only play for like 2 hours at most. Maybe an hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't have to go in super early, so I might push it anyway and just deal with it. Like, go ahead.
I'm getting sick.
You getting sick? Yeah, I can tell your voice sounds different.
Yeah.
Alright, time to get the ingots. Now, should I get all the ingots, like I've done like 4 times already? Or just get the 10? I think we'll just get the 10, in all honesty, because there's... Especially since I'm not going to really need the weapons as rewards, because I'm literally only using the slasher knife this playthrough.
I really want to get you, me, and Hybrid in a call.
Yeah. I mean, he was in one briefly the other day, but that was it. Briefly. Being the key word there. Only to tell me how great I am, which, you know, I don't need people to do, I know. Well, that's why when he left, I'm like, my dick has been thoroughly drained from all this sucking, you know? What? Why the fuck am I not making the jump there?
I feel like you don't even I feel like when we talk to him on the... when we're just, talking on the Discord, not talking, but texting.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he understands what we mean by things sometimes, so I think it's better on the call.
Well, yeah, I think things definitely can be picked up better on voice than it can on chat, and I am failing miserably at this jump right now. What the fuck? God, I forget how good this knife is.
It's because you're playing like that.
It's because I'm using a keyboard. Yeah, I got it that time. What?
If you played a black character, you could jump higher.
Oh, that's what you were saying, a white character. I missed that part. Okay, I get it now. RDRR. I should do a speed run one of these days on Fallout 3 as well.
Oh yeah, you gotta do a speed run.
Now, should I count it as winning by just beating the main quest, or should I do Broken Steel as well? For the speed run.
You should speed run all the quests.
All the quests? Well, then it wouldn't be a speed run. Or are you saying... No, you're saying do a speed run of all the quests. Do them each as quickly as physically possible.
Yeah.
Okay, and I assume failing the quests wouldn't count, right? So, like, doing blood ties and just killing the guy, or killing the people at Arafu, that wouldn't count, right?
Well, the speed run could first just be the main story, and then after you finish the main story, you can do the other quests.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I would be trying to move as quick as I could to get through the main quest, and then after I do the main quest, I'll quickly get through all the DLC, right? And then I'll do all the side quests. Or maybe the other way around. Maybe I'll do the side quest first, then the DLC.
I think you should do the DLC first.
What, you mean like I do in all my other playthroughs, where I do, like, where I save Broken Steel for last, and, like so I do all the DLC, then I do take it back, and then I do Broken Steel, like I've done in every playthrough?
Sure.
Because, you know, that's the way I've always done it, is, how many ingots do I have now? I have 12, so I have enough. I literally could just go get all the ingots, though, because I know, like, I've gotten all the ingots so many times on this quest. I'm not getting hurt, like, at all. Okay, there we go, now I got hurt. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Dude, the pit's so cool. No! Not into the pit! It burns! Oh shit, I'm gonna fall to my death. See? Fell to my death. Ha, gay. If you're just a big, drink some Gatorade, Corbin.
What?
I don't know. That's what fucking Ree said. He said, if you're just a big, drink some Gatorade. But he...
Just a big, drink some Gatorade.
Yeah, and he didn't say it to me. He said, if you're just a big, drink some Gatorade, Corbin. Like, he did specifically single you out for that for some reason. I'm really not sure what he was going for. But you better do it, Corbin. If you're just a big, you better drink some Gatorade.
Maybe it's, if you're just a big drink, some Gatorade.
Corbin.
And then he, like, deleted a different message.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Not the one that doesn't make any sense.
Ree is something else, isn't he? I like how I'm grabbing Radaway when I literally won't need it once I complete the pit, because I'll be immune to radiation.
If you're sick, then drink some Gatorade.
Oh, okay, well that clears it up then.
No, I'm just drinking water.
Or some, you know, you can drink some orange juice. Get that vitamin C. That's another thing that, like, pissed me off with Danger Dolan, right? Because he did, like, a video, like, you know, top 10 facts, or top 10 misconceptions that everybody believes, and, like, half of them were actually true things he was just saying were not true.
What were the things he was saying?
So, like, one of the things he said is if you drink vitamin C, it has no benefit if you're sick, but it's like it literally is proven to boost the immune system. What is he talking about? And he also said that nobody has ever had their kidney stolen ever, where it's like the organ trade is a huge thing. Again, what are you talking about?
Well, so he's denying that people get harvested?
Yeah. And then he also said, like, this was the video that made me stop watching Danger Dolan. It was years ago, mind you. And then the other thing he said was that snuff films don't exist.
Well, I think you can go on the internet and find that out for yourself.
You can find snuff films on the regular internet, not even just the deep web.
Yeah.
Like, has he never heard of, like, Best Gore? Or, like, fucking, like, Faces of Death and Traces of Death?
Yeah, like a lot of that stuff's just open.
Yeah, and like you could buy those at a video store. Who's the
Yeah,
most?
you could see basically anything you want.
Who's the most based black guy? Thomas Sowell's up there, I would say.
I would say it's gosh darn it.
I'd say also. Yeah, I was about to say Patrice O'Neal is also up there. See, I'll get 20 ingots. I think that's what I'll do. I like that I've gotten every achievement in Fallout 3. Makes me happy.
Why don't more people use public transit? Asked a homeless man, a naked homeless man on the subway.
That a Patrice O'Neal joke?
No, I was just reading this thing from Babylon Bee.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Why don't more people use public transit? Ask a naked hobo on subway.
I like the Babylon Bee. I also like the Onion, but I hate how leftist the Onion actually is. But, like, I still overall like the Onion, you know, because they've still got some good classics. And every once in a while, they'll still be funny.
Yeah, I just like it when it's just really absurd things like all the judges loving the death penalty and thinking it's really cool.
Yeah.
Or
like another one that I watch Clickhole quite a, or not watch, but I read Clickhole sometimes, and that's also owned by the Onion. Like, it's just a spin-off of the Onion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you've seen. I used to post Clickhole all the time on Facebook back when I was much more active on there. What about Dave Chappelle? Is he based? Sometimes. Sometimes not, though. It just depends.
He thinks he's a Jew.
Right, that's why he's not based sometimes.
Also, there's a lot of black celebrities that think they're Jews.
Yeah, it's called the Black Hebrew Israelite. It's a really dumb ideology. I need 4 more ingots to,
How many black Israelites are there?
Well, they think that they're the original Jews and also the original Native Americans. And they're also the most oppressed group ever, and they also invented literally everything. Again, black identitarians are pretty fucking stupid.
I see that Potato Soup posts about about how like conservatives saying white identitarianism is bad.
Yeah, and then they'll promote like other
And saying that
identitarianism.
that's bad about conservatives. I don't get it. Really.
Well, because he was pointing it out because they had like racialized like things for other things. Like they have black, like young black
Oh, yeah,
foundations and
that's
young
the
Jewish.
point.
Yeah, that's what he was getting at. Is that they support other types of identitarianism, which I think is true. They did like that is pretty common that most like people like most like normie basic bitch conservatives will like tokenize and like use like look here's our our Latinos convention, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's dumb. Why are they playing the? I don't know. I guess it is sort of just kind of. Would neoconservative be the right word?
Yeah, we could use that. That's a pretty general term, but I think it applies here. Yeah.
As in, like they're compromising
Yeah,
like leftist
yeah. Mhm.
stuff.
Did you see that Cucumber Clan thing where he said Xander was accusing him of being Santa Claus? That's why I did that Cucumber Klansman video called Xander, I'm not Santa Claus, alright?
He thinks the only people that would make fun of him are Xander.
Yeah.
He thinks just one person would mess with him.
Yeah.
And then, I think it's funny though that he's like he associates anything bad towards him with one person. Like he doesn't believe that more than one person could find the problem.
I've literally told him it's me on multiple occasions, and he thinks that I'm associated with Xander. And like, you know that Ree like has like put like he's come back with multiple like alt accounts, right? Ree has on Cucumber Clan.
Yeah, I see that he does
Yeah,
it a lot.
yeah. When the Cucumber Clan told Ree to stop coming back on alts because it's making him depressed. I am still on hard mode, right? This feels too easy. Yeah, I'm still on hard mode, damn. I don't know if it stays too easy, maybe I'll up it to very hard at some point.
I just saw a bog on a log.
I like how I said I'm only going to get 20 ingots, and then I'm still getting them when I have 24. I guess it's just a bad like, it's a habit for me to try and get all the ingots now, because I've done it so many times, you know? I think tomorrow I'm going to stream more Morrowind.
I was watching Wendigoon earlier.
Uh-huh.
And he did a video on like this book, Blood Meridian or something like that. Blood Meridian, I don't know how you say it.
Yeah, Blood Meridian, yeah. I saw the title, I haven't watched it though.
But there's like a part in the book where there's where a judge walks into a, I don't know where he walks into, I don't know, but he walks into a building and there's supposed to be people around, and there's a priest or like or something, and he's talking about the Bible.
Okay.
And he's telling it, he's basically just preaching in there. And the judge comes in and says, "This man is not really he's like, this man's not really a priest. He's illiterate. He can't even read the Bible." And then he says that this man's actually a wanted criminal, and that he's killed, and that he's raped animals, and all kinds of things.
Okay.
And then one of the rednecks was like, "Well, I'll be darned if I don't shoot him where he stands." And then then the redneck shoots the priest, and then there's like everybody gets into a fight, and a couple people die, and then somebody asks the judge, "How did you know that guy did all those things?" And he goes, "What guy? That guy. How did you know he did all those things?" He goes, "Oh, I don't know that guy." He says, "Oh yeah, I never met that guy before in my life. He's just a priest."
That's funny.
But apparently, like, the Blood Meridian has been. They've tried to make it into a movie multiple times, but they can't find a. But apparently, it's like too offensive or graphic or something to make into a movie.
Okay.
But they're probably still gonna make it eventually.
Right. Okay. Hey,
I'm just saying
Bone!
that's why they haven't done it yet.
Die, whore! Uh-oh. I think I've made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment.
What happened?
The Raiders are turning hostile.
Now that was a mistake.
Because I killed one of the arena people. Like, I just walked by her, that chick Bone, and I'm like, hey, Bone, and then I stabbed her. Come on, guys, it was just a prank!
Gone wrong, gone sexual.
In the hood.
In the hood. I'm sick, but right now my nose is cleared up. So it feels good to breathe right now.
Well, that's good.
But I've started reading the American Psycho books,
Uh-huh.
and there's so much,
Like
the
brands and
word?
stuff?
like, yeah, but, like it's the most,
Descriptive?
yeah, it's insanely descriptive of like, because all Patrick Bateman cares about is like who's wearing what, and like who owns what thing. And he cares about, like, his status, so he's always thinking about, like, what other people think of him and how much he owns and all this other stuff.
Okay.
And they're always talking about, like, specific, like, yeah, like you said, they're always talking about brands of things. Like they talk about Rolexes a lot, or they talk about, it's just really... Dang it, what's the word?
Pretentious, materialistic.
Materialistic. That's what I was thinking. Like it's definitely the most it's the book with the most materialism in it that I've read.
Yeah.
Also, they mentioned Donald Trump a lot.
Well, yeah, because isn't he, like, obsessed with him?
Yeah, like when I read it though, I have to imagine that it's the Patrick Bateman from the movie. Like I have to imagine that he's played by
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Alright, now let's hope that the mill is no longer hostile since I've waited 2 days.
But something that's really good though about it is that since it's so descriptive and like details like everything all the characters are wearing, like it gives you a good visual of what's happening.
Okay. That's good. But it must be pretty long, like you have to get through long bits here and there, right?
Yeah, where they're just talking about materials for pages and pages.
You know, in what's it called? That really bad My Immortal. In My Immortal,
Yeah.
there's like a ton of that too, where they just describe what everyone's wearing in really ridiculous detail.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that's how it feels sometimes when I'm reading American Psycho. Like but it's better because it's a deliberate choice. Like it's just because it's pointing out how materialistic the characters are, while in My Immortal it's just
We
stupid.
stand
Yeah.
at the dawn of a new golden age, where others merely survive. We thrive.
I think it's funny that Mr. Creepypasta read My Immortal.
Yeah.
And while I have led your efforts, it has been by your own strength that you have earned
He also read. He also has like a series that he did for the question,
Okay.
and he also read like a story called like Rorschach, something like that's like a parody of the Grinch but with Rorschach.
Okay.
Come on, Asher. Will you send someone to the
Sir,
hole who
you
actually
carry not
stands
only
a
the
chance?
dream that workers can become free.
You like how I just enabled player controls so I could just kill everyone during the part where you're not supposed to be able to move? Alright, I'm gonna go wait for another day, and then they won't be hostile anymore. Can I sleep in Medea's bed? I can! Oh, no, what? Enemies near. Hey, don't follow me in here, bitches!
Follow me, set me free.
God damn it! How? What the hell? They all followed me in here! They don't usually do that.
Sing one of the songs in the Sonic Adventure games or Sonic Heroes.
The only one I know is Escape from the City, and I don't know all of it. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Just stick around, gotta keep moving on. 'Cause what lies ahead only something, something. Something, 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 something. Oops.
Apparently that band, they write the lyrics after they make a bunch of noises, and then they like their method is that they just make a bunch of noises in the song,
Okay.
and then later on they decide what the lyrics will be.
Follow me, set me free, trust me, and we can escape from the city.
But my favorite song is in the Sonic games is the Sonic Heroes theme.
Yeah?
Good knowing you, Scab.
Bingo.
Now they're no longer hostile. Very good.
I still think the Sonic Heroes is that's the funnest Sonic game.
Yeah, I've never played it. My favorite Sonic game is Sonic CD. But in fairness, I've only played 1, 2, CD, Adventure, and Adventure 2.
You should play Sonic Heroes, and you should play the really frustrating PS2 version that makes you...
The one that Savage Gamer played through?
Huh?
The one that Savage Gamer played through.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's frustrating. Why? What does it make you do?
It glitches a lot and makes you die.
Oh, good.
The GameCube version is the best working version.
So, and by obviously, I should play the worst version then.
Yeah.
Naturally. It's natural, children. That's a happy quote if you don't know.
What was it even in context to?
It's in the 9/11 episode when the kids see the Twin Towers getting destroyed.
Doing down.
Happy says, "It's natural, children."
Wouldn't it be funny if they had a joke that Happy was in on with the government and did 9/11?
Right? People of the Imperial City, welcome to the arena.
Yeah, it makes me think of in Oblivion.
Yeah.
When you're in the arena.
Hence why I made the reference.
Wow. Here's you again.
The pit had so much more potential.
Yeah, I wish it had a longer arena quest line. I wish it was like Oblivion, where it actually had like a full quest line for it.
Even Oblivion, I think, could have done more.
Yeah, I agree. Because, like, I'm literally about to beat the arena, and I just started it, you know, because there's only 3 fights.
This is gonna. Well, now. That'll be some good shit.
It kind of sucks that whenever the Crusades are portrayed, it's always portrayed in a negative way.
Right.
Only if we stick together.
Like even in the Dante's Inferno game, and in the Kingdom of Heaven, they portray it as like a negative thing.
Yeah. Oh, come on, don't turn against me, Why does this pit slave have a gun?
Although I actually like the way they do it in Dante's Inferno, because Dante is like has to learn to forgive people rather than just rather than just kill people.
Well, yeah, well, in the Dante's Inferno game and anime, obviously, because in the Divine Comedy, he's just a poet.
Yeah.
When I get to Pit Uptown, damn it. Uptown, girl!
In the book, though, he's like a fan of like all these people in hell. Like he's going around to all these like famous people for
like Steven Crowder pointed this out, but there's like a lot of famous like poets in hell that were Dante's competitors. So a lot of the book is like a power fantasy where he's imagining all his competitors are in hell and having them like praise him.
It's pretty good.
Where the hell am I? Where's Uptown? I'm all turned around right now.
I also like that the journey that Dante goes on in the book is that he learns to accept the punishments that the people are going through, and he's like, this is just.
Right.
I think the layer of hell that I think is the most interesting is the one for suicide,
Yeah.
because it's like one of the worst hells.
Right. What's up, Andy?
Oh, there he is.
There he is! Here comes that boy.
That boy ain't right.
Whoa! Butterfree! Okay, I'm really, like, turned around. Where the fuck is Uptown? Like, because I don't see the gate, but I feel like I've been there multiple times now. Because obviously I've been here multiple times because I've played through the pit so many damn times, but, I think the gate's, like, gone. Because it's, like, over here, isn't it?
Broke it.
Oh, shit, no, I gotta get my stuff back. I didn't grab my stuff out of the locker. That was very stupid of me. Let me go do that real quick.
Who's the guy with the afro who talks about the racism on Like he was accusing, I think, well, what the
I need more specifics because he described what could be so many people.
what's the court called? What's it called?
The Supreme Court.
Yeah. Isn't there like the Afro guy saying that the Supreme Court was racist or something?
There's probably somebody with an afro that did that.
But he was there at the Supreme Court.
Uh,
No, it wasn't. It might not have been the Supreme Court. I don't know.
I'm trying to think. Because I know there's this one, like, fucking faggy guy with an afro that wrote a book that, is a race hustler who's done shit like that, but I don't know if that's who you're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe.
Should I make more alt accounts trolling the Cucumber Clan? I mean, I can't tell you what to do, Ree. That's literally against YouTube's terms of service, but I would advise you not to harass him, which is what I'm supposed to do.
No, don't.
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
please don't. I could never stand that. Wink. Yeah, I literally passed Uptown like 6 times. I was just being stupid. But I forgot to grab my gear, so it's a good thing I went back.
But what about Updog?
Indeed. What about Updog? I think Updog could really help us to deal with the plight of the Sagandis people and hang on to...
Hang on to what?
Hang on to his dick! Got him. Dabs.
Looks like you don't mind. Hey, if it ain't the champion of the... That worked out. And don't... Lord Asher wants a win.
Should I turn Asher into a woman?
Wait, what? You turned Asher into a woman?
I said, should I?
You can do that?
Yeah, there's a cheat code called Sex Change. It's only in the PC version.
Sure.
There's literally no purpose to it. It changes nothing, but,
So you'll just look the same?
Well, no, he'll look... like, it'll change his look slightly. Like, it'll change his, like, character model, but he'll look really weird. Here, I'll show you. There we go. Asher's now a woman.
Covered. I'll be with you right after I maintain some order and despair.
It just made his face a lot smoother.
No, but I may heal the
Let's change Crenshaw, too.
during the week. Time permitting.
He still has a beard, though. That's what makes it funny.
We've had sightings of Werner back in city, and there's been an increase in chatter between slaves.
Workers.
What?
We call them workers.
Can you read out loud my chat above, please?
Whatever we call them.
I like the voice you did for him.
All right, all right.
Asher doesn't care if I take these bottle caps off his desk.
Put your guards on alert. Tell them to be on the lookout for anyone loitering.
Sorry, her desk, right?
And keep a watch on the
I
deal.
always think it's funny when they ask you in the chat to read the
The
thing.
big hat
Yeah, it's really needy.
is bound to go to her. Now, I've got a very
That
important
cheesy one he does it. He used to do that all the time.
Anything big comes up, you use the
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, breaks.
Let's change this guy into a woman, too.
Go, mother. Nice work in the whole.
I'm the badass who will be running this place once I kill you.
Figured it'd be something. Shoot! Shoot!
I like how you given your political views. It's kind of funny that you're going around transitioning all these people.
Right? No, see, it's a commentary because I'm killing them. In a game, like, it's literally a video game. Don't read into that. I literally am doing it in a video game. It is not legitimate.
I'm murdering people in real life.
Alright, let's eat the baby.
Get him.
Why are you making everyone become trans? Because it's funny. Like, it just fucks with the game and it makes them look stupid.
I like how you're just ruining your game.
Right? Whenever I play on PC, I do shit like that. Because I can, you know?
Shit.
Well, like, whenever I play Fallout 4 with mods, I usually, like, whenever I get a mod that is just too weird or doesn't feel right in the game, I always have to delete it.
Yeah. Well, whenever I want to do something kooky, I'll do it. Like, I always have the same mods on Fallout 3 on my computer. Like, I always have Killable Children. I always have Acquired Immunity, which is the one that lets you eat the baby. I always have Seducing Women. And I have a lightsaber, but like I can't use it this playthrough, so I didn't grab it. And then there's also a Rorschach mask mod I haven't used yet that I'm going to use for my Rorschach playthrough.
I thought it was weird that Hybrid was acting like I was somehow a hypocrite for saying I wouldn't die for someone.
Right. Well, dying for someone and killing someone are two very different things.
Yeah.
No.
Oops.
Oh,
I did not mean to use a stealth boy. What else did I use?
You're off my phone on my bone.
Oh no.
So, personally for me, I still think Doom 2016 is my favorite out of the Dooms.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I haven't beaten Doom Eternal yet because I'm playing on the Ultra-Violent.
Okay, well, Ultra-Violence I think is the best way to play it, so.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder than 2016 on Ultra-Violence.
Well, once you get the hang of it, it'll actually, like, because the thing is, once you get all the weapons, certain enemies are weak to specific weapons, so once you learn how to strategize that, it's not too bad. But it is still harder than 2016, I won't pretend it's not. Have you fought any Marauders yet?
No.
Marauders are my favorite enemy in that game. They're gonna probably, like, they're gonna piss you off for sure, because they are fucking, like, strong, but they're really cool. I like them. And they're immune to the BFG.
Imagine if they started putting cucumbers in Whoppers.
They already do. It's called pickles. Because pickles are literally pickled cucumbers.
Yeah.
You know, I thought of making another Cucumber Clan parody account called the Pickle Parade. Or the Pickle Posse! The Pickle Posse would be better.
You should make a joke about how in Sausage Party, Seth Rogen is actually a hot dog.
Yeah.
And that you're actually a pickle. that Cucumber Klansman is actually a pickle.
Yeah, there you go. Hello, this is Wyke the Pikely here. So, if you don't know, the reason I call myself Ryke the Pikely is it's a reference to Run for the Cube. You know, the G-Li, B-Li, Pete Rat Gumai Can Die. He did a Pickle Rick Gummy video, and that's what that's a reference to. Pikely Reich, Gumai Kandai.
That video keeps me up at night.
I love that video because he does like throat surgery on it. You know what the cool thing about being immune to radiation is? I can just walk up to Volt 87, but like the door outside is fake. You can't actually get in.
The things Andy says have no context to anything.
Yeah, I know. I thought cucumbers and pickles were two different things. No. Cucumbers or pickles are literally pickled cucumbers.
What do you think they were? He thinks he can grow pickles out. He thinks he can grow pickles.
Right. Alright, should I do Volt 87? Oh, you know what'll be funny? So I'm gonna tell Fox to go get the Gek, but since I'm immune to radiation, I'm gonna get it, and then he'll tell me it was a bad idea for me to have gone and got it myself when he was literally about to do it. Like, there's a unique dialogue for that. Also, since I won't need Little Lamplight anymore, I think it's killing time.
I just like killing.
But before we start killing all the kids, I wanna like ruin Princess. I wanna make her really sad. Which kid do I talk to do that?
Stay away, Mungo. I don't want to catch
Talking to kids, I'm calling the police.
I'm gonna slaughter these kids, so it's okay. I'm just gonna kill them, nothing else.
Oh, okay.
That makes it okay.
Mungo down here.
Yeah. It's the opposite of raping them, so it has to be good.
It's preserving their innocence. See? Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
Freddy Krueger is a hero. Just ignore all the weird sexual stuff that he does.
Who was a hero?
Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
Well, because like it's funny that people don't realize that Freddy Krueger absolutely did more than just kill them. Like it's only implied,
I always think it's like when people are like, "Oh, but in the remake's bad, but not because they made him like a pedophile."
Right. Like, I mean, I think that they executed it much more poorly because it's much more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it is a horror movie.
I think there should be like sort of uncomfortable like undertones of it. Like there should still be hints of it that make you go ooh.
Yeah.
Like Freddy should just still be scary in that way, I think. So I think that is one of the things that makes him a more creepy, because like Jason's not gonna. I mean, I guess Jason raped that one girl, but still.
Yeah, but that was really out of character.
I think overall Jason's actually the good guy, if you don't count that. I mean, maybe you can't.
Well, I didn't get the nickname for being fat, full of cream. That's what you're asking. Back when I was on the scat team, I found some pages.
So I think that, because I like to think of because Jason really is like the old heroes when you think about it. Because you know how like if you look at old superhero comics, characters like Superman and like Batman, Mr. A, like they killed bad guys and tried to put fear in them.
Yeah, I think it's a little different when they're just killing sinful teenagers rather than, you know, actual criminals. I think that is a little different.
But it's still the same concept. It's like the guy killing people because of their lack of morals.
Right.
Like it's like because that's why I like Mr. A, because he feels like this like urban legend. Like he feels like this guy who like is almost summoned when somebody does something that he doesn't morally agree with, and like he comes after you for like breaking the laws of objectivism.
You should name the other one Pickle Crips? No! Pickle Posse is way more clever because it's alliteration. You guys are awful at making up names. And Pickled Pussy is not like, because Posse is like Clan and Posse, they're similar, you know? Ooh, the Gherkin Gang! The Gherkin Gang would be a good one. See, I'm better at these names than these guys are.
Don't you think my idea for like a Mr. A horror movie is a good idea?
Yeah, it would be.
I think it would work.
Is it Knick-Knack that I talked to about Princess to make her to make fun of her nickname and tell her that RJ's not really her friend? You know, I hate how long it took me to figure out that RJ McCready was literally named after RJ McCready from The Thing.
Or do you think I should make it? Do you think I should make the Mr. A character actually just Rorschach and make like a Rorschach fan movie or something that's animated?
Yeah, either way would work. I did not mean to repair all. God damn it, it's fine. I still have plenty of caps. Let's sell him some stuff now.
Actually, I think it'd be better to do it as Mr. A, because I want him to feel like a deity, and I feel like doing that with Rorschach
right.
would work.
Well, and I feel like Mr. A is more obscure, so it'd be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's because when I was reading Mr. A, that's what I thought was cool, was that you actually watch it from the perspective of the criminals. And like you get to see like the criminals' fear and like that's like they're like absolutely terrified of Mr. A.
What did I just do? Okay, no, I hit A. We're fine.
But I want to have a scene where Mr. A kills people in the sewer, and it's really horrible. Because there's that scene in The Question where he kicks those two criminals into the sewer.
Right.
But I would have it, like, emphasize how gross that is.
Right.
The thing I don't know, though, is I don't know if I want him to directly kill them, or if they just happen to die in all the scenarios.
Come back later.
But I think it would work better if he directly killed them, like a slasher.
Okay. Seriously, who do I talk to? I can't remember who I talked to like, make fun of Princess. Because there's one kid I talked to, that then I go talk to Princess, and I'm like, I know how you got your name now, and McCready's not really your friend, and then she, like, cries, and I get bad karma.
Well, you probably talk to McCready, don't you?
I don't think so. But maybe. I'll try talking to
You
him.
didn't annoy McCready to the point where he wouldn't talk to you anymore, did you?
No. I'm on good terms with him. I've never done that, actually, I don't think.
You can annoy him until eventually he says, no, go away, Mungo.
Nice. I just threatened him to take his mushrooms.
Literally, all I do to do it is I talk to him, and then I leave the conversation, then I talk to him, and then I leave the conversation.
Okay, yeah.
Talk to him, and
I did not know that was an option.
And he gets more annoyed every time.
I don't think I'll ever get tired of playing this game, to be honest.
Yeah, there's so much to do.
Like, I don't know how people can say that Fallout 3 has, like, less choices and stuff. And, like, that it's, like, less replayable. Or that it's, quote-unquote, too linear. Which makes no sense to me, given that the people who say that are fucking New Vegas fans when you literally cannot go off the roads.
Like, what I like about the game is that literally every quest has, like, a good and bad option.
And a neutral option. And there's often, like, secret options, too, that if you, in the one with the antagonizer and the mechanist, there's, like, a secret dialogue choice you only get if you've been to, Hubris Comics.
What now, Mungo? I'm a creep.
Okay, I'm gonna try to piss him off now.
Okay, what the hell?
Yeah, he's getting increasingly annoyed with me because I keep spamming it.
That's right. Did you get hit in the head? Did you pester me every time a stray dog happens to wander into that hollowed out melon you call a skull? Yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, what now?
Okay, what the hell is wrong with you?
Damn cave is? Maybe a little small talk about the local soil erosion or some bullshit. What do you want, Mungo? No. You know what? You can go take a hike, you insane mutant fucker. Get out of my
No, you can go take a hike, you insane mutant fucker.
No. You know what? You can go take a hike, you insane mutant fucker. Get out of my town.
Get out of my town. I've literally never done that before. That's awesome.
The bear said it's okay for you to be in.
They make McCready a worse character in Fallout 4.
Do they?
Like, he doesn't swear anymore, and he's like always talking about his dead wife.
Oh, lame. Was his wife Princess?
No, his wife was somebody else there though.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't Princess, because I think it's funny that he doesn't actually view Princess as a friend. And, like, you can, like, make her really sad by telling her that.
I remember the name of the girl he says is one of the girls from Little Lamplight.
Oh, you know, I might need the Child at Heart perk to do that thing I was thinking of. So, should I just go on a slaughter spree?
Yeah. Slaughter someone's daughter.
Well, I just killed Stacy, so I did that. I'm gonna kill Billy and take his Wazer rifle. I can't use it, because, you know, I'm doing a knife-only run, but...
Hey.
Is that Bumble? No, because I sold Bumble and then killed her, right? Yeah. And we sent her a piece of... We sent, what's his name? We sent Eulogy a piece of her in a box, and that sent him a message to not fuck with me.
I like how he was like, yes, we got her.
Yeah.
Thanks.
None of them are turning hostile. They usually turn hostile when I... Yeah, here we go, another hostile. I was gonna say, because they have guns. But they haven't turned hostile.
It sucks that in, like, the normal game, you just, like, you swing the knife at them.
And they just run away,
like,
yeah.
They run around, and then the dogs are all mad at you.
But yeah, Fallout 3 was supposed to have killable children originally, right?
He went up to the Volk. I saw you kill the Volk kid. He was just standing there, and you turned him into chunks.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Hybrid?
Is that him?
Good morning.
Yeah.
It's him.
It sure is him. I'm...
It's the three of us.
It's the what now?
The three of us.
The three of us. There's three of us.
Us three.
Hey.
Maybe it's knock knock.
He turned his mic off again. He like joins for a second and then turns his mic off.
Oh yeah, I don't want to make any noise, so I muted my
okay.
mic.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, by the way, obviously. I think it's Knock Knock, actually, that I talked to about Princess's nickname. But now she's dead.
I don't even understand. So, like, if two people in Big Town had a kid, do they send the Little Lamplight or what?
That's a good question. Like,
also, why? I mean, maybe they would, because like, if you probably would want that for your kid, wouldn't you?
I guess if that's all you've known, right? And Little Lamplight is so much better than Big Town too, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like you wouldn't want your kid to live in Big Town.
Yeah, Big Town sucks dick. I wish Sticky wasn't fucking broken though, because I kept spawning him in.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so hitting the dog turned the town hostile, but killing the other kids didn't. So now they're hostile because I killed the dog.
Murdering children and dogs. Pretty cool.
Was his wife Lucy? Because I know there's Lucy, there's Stacy. I'm just thinking of the named girl characters in Little Lamplight. I know it's not Bumble.
Help! He's attacking me.
Hey, I got a level up from killing all those children.
Ow!
I like how you still Bumble into slavery. Like it leaves you to think like it's like, oh, I'm sure she's gonna get adopted by like 2 people that are gonna take care of her and like raise her or something.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, that's definitely what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, totally. Let's do the contract killer perk.
Hey, Fugitive Red Eye, what do
Yeah.
you think of Stephen books?
Of what?
Stephen King's books?
Stephen King's books? I overall like his books. I think that it can be a mixed bag, but I do like his books.
I think like I like Stephen King's books, kind of. I think he clearly like has like a big problem with like Christians. He always feels the need to portray Christians as like stupid and evil.
There's always like a lot of recurring trends too. Like all of his stories take place in Maine, pretty much. But granted, that's where he's from, so I get that too. You know what I mean?
Also, like that one scene in It was pretty weird.
Yeah, no, and then he dedicated the book to his kids and said the magic is real. Pretty questionable.
I don't get it.
There's an orgy scene in It with all the kids.
Oh, okay.
And
it's in the sewer.
Yeah, in the sewer. And, like, it goes into really graphic detail and describes it, like, explicitly. It even, like, says which characters made her orgasm and stuff. It's really bad.
And then one of the kids talks to a freaking magical turtle in space.
Mm-hmm.
The book's freaking ridiculous.
Yes, it is. I can see why that never made it into the movies. We have stated before that Re69 sucks at making puns. Yeah, well, you're not any better at it, Andy. Actually, you know what? I take that back. You are better at it, Andy. Because sometimes your jokes are really, really funny. It's rare, but it happens. Like when he said Chisu needed to update. Or to level up. It was to level up.
I think most of the time, the Stephen King movie adaptation is better than the book.
I would agree. Shawshank, from what I've heard, the book is not as good as the movie.
Was there a reason?
I don't remember the reason. I think... Like, my friend was telling me about it, like, Andy Dufresne is, like, a completely different character.
But I actually watched that movie recently.
Shawshank Redemption is a masterpiece.
I thought it was good.
Hey, Princess, I killed all your friends.
Well, if it isn't the magnificent Mungo.
Was that an actual dialogue option?
No. I just walked up to her, talked to her, and she said, if it isn't the magnificent Mungo, and then I fucking chopped her into chunks.
There's supposed to be dialogue you can get for killing people in Little Lamplight.
I haven't gotten anything unique. Is it perhaps a mod or cut from the game?
Maybe they cut. Maybe the mod doesn't add it into the game again.
Yeah, okay. Because to be fair, there are more than one killing children mods. This is the only one I could get to work, though, with the way I have it set up.
What did Hybrid say? Is Hybrid watching a movie or something?
I don't know.
I'm not watching the show right now. You're streaming this on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I am.
Red Eye?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
He's a lot. He knows he's allowed to talk, right?
Yeah, he's just choosing not to. That's... he talks all the time on these YouTube streams. It's just when he has something to say.
Yeah, exactly.
He typically mutes his mic when he's not talking. That's just what he tends to do when I'm live.
Yeah, I have nothing to say right now. If you guys ask me questions, then yeah. I just don't want to be the talkative guy that takes over the stream. I don't have anything to say.
The question.
What is the difference between a duck? That's a question.
Two trains are heading for each other at...
I love that Undertale quiz when Metaton is like, okay, here's another easy one for you, and then he has this really ridiculous math problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Fugitive Red Eye, I just realized you look like George R.R. Martin. You got the beard. Holy crap.
My beard's not gray, I don't wear my glasses, I don't have that faggy little sailor hat he has, and he's much fatter than me.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like, I'm fat, but I'm...
I think it's because people are always comparing you to other people that you don't look like.
Well, like, when people compare me to, like, Oxhorn, I get that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the only one that I think makes sense. I haven't heard anyone, like, and whenever people, like, say, like, you look like,
There was one that Steven said that actually made sense, but I can't remember.
Crossed with, what was it he said?
Cupid doll.
Yeah, Cupid doll.
Well, and then if you remember, I made the AI art of the Cupid doll LARPing as a Duck Dynasty character.
It was such a specific thing for his brain to jump to, though.
Yeah. You LARPing as that shit? I love bullying sweet little fucking LARPers like you.
He really showed you.
Oh yeah, he showed me. He showed me who's daddy. Boy, I will show you who's daddy. You remember that? That sergeant. There's that Sergeant Friends where we got really gay for no reason for just a second where I'm like, boy, I will show you who's daddy. There was another thing where I said that's... Go ahead.
I think it's been a while since we've actually done a joke about Pedro being a masochist.
Yeah, it has. We should work one in next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode is going to be Sausage Seth, right? Or we can do one of the easier ones
and
first.
We need to have more misunderstandings.
Yeah. Are we doing Sausage Seth next, or are we do... Because we have so many ideas.
Yeah, let's do Sausage Seth next.
Yeah, because that's a big one we've been planning for a while. And I feel like we should try to get it out just because, like, we should do that one next just because, like, it's literally a George Floyd parody, so it's, like, 3 years, like, irrelevant now, you know?
I think that's funny, though.
Yeah.
Just reference this old stuff. It'd be funny if we just started, like, bringing up, like, political things from, like, the 80s or something that nobody cares about anymore.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to make up a bunch of shit in our universe that's just not true. Because you remember how you said you want to have Injun Jack drink Jack Daniels?
Yeah.
We'll make it clear that in our universe, Jack Daniels didn't do a bunch of, like, pandering SJW advertisements.
Yeah. Or maybe that's the episode where they have to get him to stop drinking it, not because of his alcoholism, but because it's a gateway to the left.
Yeah! That's actually a really good idea, yeah. And we can call the episode Jack and Coke because they switch him onto cocaine as a better alternative. Alright, I'm in Vault 87 now. Yeah, this feels really easy, even though I'm playing on hard. You think I should up it to very hard?
Yeah.
Alright, let me kill this super mutant and heal up first, then I'll up the difficulty.
I'm always very hard.
And also the game. I'm getting a lot, like, the slasher knife is just such a good weapon to do this with. So even though it's a challenge run, it's really not as challenging as other challenge runs could be, you know? Alright. We're upping the difficulty to very hard. Just make sure that stuck.
Sounds good.
Sure did.
Hybrid, have you read any Ayn Rand?
Heinrich what?
No, Ayn Rand.
Ayn Rand? No.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
She wrote Atlas Shrugged, The Fountainhead.
I read Atlas Shrugged, and I saw the movies too.
Okay.
I was forced to read it for my economics class.
Okay.
In high school. I thought it was brilliant. I didn't understand it until it said it was. My teacher said it was a metaphor for capitalism. I'm just like, oh crap, that makes a lot of. Oh, that's brilliant. I don't fucking get it.
Well, the thing is, Ayn Rand is like super capitalist. She's very, very like anti-socialism. Yeah, like the thing about Ayn Rand is she doesn't sugarcoat it, and she doesn't like make it subtle. She's very in your face with her messaging, which you could view as a negative, but I think it's so like unique and well done that it works in its favor with her work.
Actually, like, really easy to like tell what like. I've heard people say that they couldn't understand the message of her books, which I always thought was confusing because I feel like she makes it easy for writing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, because remember, your dad thought that Ayn Rand would be a socialist and an altruist, which are two of the things she hates the most.
Yeah. But I think, like, people... but I think that it's because of her more, like, liberal ideas. But, like, before, like, I think, like libertarianism is, like, a good gateway to the right.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's actually a question in yes or no. Have we done that one yet?
Yeah, we did that.
Okay.
Can you be a libertarian and a liberal at the same time?
Yeah, you can be libertarian and be left or right.
Yeah, like, I often say libertarian leftism is a myth. It's not entirely true, I'm being a little bit hyperbolic. But I think that overall, a lot of people on the left who think they are libertarian actually aren't.
Like you keep saying fascism when you actually mean authoritarianism, hybrid.
I mean both, because authoritarian...
I don't think they're the same thing.
Yeah, I think they are.
Here's the thing. Fascism is authoritarian, but it's not authoritarianism inherently, because, like, not all authoritarian regimes are fascist.
Yeah.
Like, you could say they have fascistic tendencies, but fascism has a very specific ideology. Now, using the term colloquially, I get applying that, but I don't think it's correct to do if you're speaking in the literal sense.
And there's still arguments to be made if you're left-wing libertarian or right-wing libertarian, like, because if you get into questions like abortion, where it's like, oh, you care about do you care about the life and the freedom of the baby, or do you care about the freedom of the woman who has the baby?
Right, and I do think that is a distinction where you would find a difference between a left-wing or right-wing libertarian would be abortion, for instance.
Yeah, abortion seems to divide people.
Well, it's a very divisive issue, and like the thing is there's no middle ground. You know what I mean? There's no middle ground. You either think it's murder or you don't. There's no like in between.
Yeah, except with me, I don't really care. I'm just like, keep it, abort the baby, don't abort the baby. I don't really care.
Well, that's just as bad as you doing the killing, I think.
Yeah. Well, I think advocating murder is not as bad as committing murder, but I do think that it is advocating murder.
Yeah, I just don't get the perspective. Like, I feel like if you could just be on the side of life, why wouldn't you? You know, like, I don't see why there's like such a hard issue, like just because of the social pressure. But like, I feel like it's like no big deal. Like,
well, I think part of the issue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to say I think part of the issue is that socially, women in particular have been conditioned to be in favor of it for decades, and so because of that, everyone has.
But even Ayn Rand, like...
Yeah, she was pro-abortion.
Yeah. But a lot of people would... But Ayn Rand wouldn't call herself libertarian, but she still has a lot of libertarian ideas,
yeah,
obviously.
she called herself objectivist. That's the only label she ever really applied to herself.
Yeah, okay. I guess for me, I grew up with an ultra feminist sister, and that didn't really rub off on me. I think it's more so Los Angeles and my English teachers. My sister's very ultra feminist, as in like she gets very pissed off if you're not feminist, you know?
Yeah, she would not like me.
No, she would not. Call you guys just stupid and crazy. But that didn't rub off on me. It just annoyed me, and it's one of the reasons why I love Korean cinema so much, is because it's very talks about the social problems against women and like males dating females, and I love that. And anyways, my point is that when it comes to abortions, I don't know. I just see it makes the women happier to have abortions if they really want to.
Okay, but like, but it's still advocating for death, just to make someone happy, which to me seems asinine. To be like, oh, I guess if it makes you happy, sure, go ahead, kill babies. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I just always assume they can just have another baby in the future.
Right, but
you guys should disagree with it.
But why would it make the murder okay? You know what I mean?
No, it's not okay. That's why it's a question. It's a debate that's very difficult. And if the mother wants to keep the baby or she doesn't, either way, it's okay with me, because you save a life or you become a more successful woman.
Well, for me, saving a life is far more important. Well, actually, let me rephrase. It's not even saving a life. It is abstaining from taking a life, because the life was not in danger until she decided to abort it.
Okay.
It just seems like selfish to me, like this position, like, oh, but my career, I gotta prioritize a career over...
Right, and not the ethical kind of selfishness.
And it's like, and the majority of abortions aren't like from rape. It's just
well, and to be fair, hybrids never used that argument to my knowledge.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, though, is that there's no...
Well, you never used it agast us, though, have you?
That's the point I'm making, though, is that they made the choice.
Because the rape argument is not effective for us, because for me, the reasoning doesn't make a difference, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I have used the rape argument, but I never argue with you guys. I just ask you guys questions. You guys just get, like, sometimes irritated. And like, well, that's not an effective argument.
It's not that we get irritated, it's that we're arguing your point. Because you present a point, we're going to give you our opinion on the point. It's not that we're necessarily irritated with you. It's that we are telling you why we don't agree with your point.
Yeah.
And admittedly, we can do that in volatile ways sometimes, but that's just kind of the way that we can present ourselves at times, and that's and admittedly, it is an issue I am passionate about.
Nah, I'm not passionate about abortion. That's like my least favorite arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give two shits about abortions. People can have the baby, they cannot have it, but I love, talking about it.
Well, see, that's what that bugs me, though, is just the sort of anti-human perspective. It's just the not caring, like it's easy not to care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I see both sides of it. If it makes them happy, if it doesn't make them happy, if it saves a life, if it doesn't save a life, I focus on...
Yeah, but why does it matter? Why does happiness...
Yeah, like, their happiness shouldn't matter in the equation. Like, I'm sure it makes plenty of people happy to rape. Does that make rape okay?
No.
Yeah, see what I mean? That's why the happiness argument doesn't really hold water for me.
Well, I don't know, like, it's... I like to focus on people that are suffering and, like...
Right, but like, these babies, like, they're being killed, and I would argue killing is...
The biggest genocide is what's happening in America. The biggest genocide is happening in America right now.
Yeah, it is. It's true. But, I don't know, you can just always have another baby.
Right, but that
They're
doesn't,
not.
like, again, just because you're having another one, you're killing someone and then saying, oh, well, you're replaceable. So, by that logic, if an employee doesn't like someone, they could kill them and say, well, I can just hire someone else.
Yeah,
Also, the majority of abortions in America are black people.
True, it is. Abortion clinics have specifically been set up in black neighborhoods to eradicate the black population.
And not just that, but a lot of times white women will abort black children, and just like there are lots of white women that don't want to have black children.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I feel bad for those women. I mean,
I don't.
They could abort.
I feel bad for those children.
I feel bad for those children who die. I feel nothing for the murderous women who
I
killed
feel
them.
bad that the black population would be more than twice in size if there weren't abortions.
Yeah.
Isn't it already increasingly increasing?
Sure,
like,
but it would be bigger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, is that like it would be more than twice as big. That's a lot of lives that never got to live. That's an entirely different world that we never got to experience.
Yeah. You know, like you said that if an employee gets fired and gets replaced, but like that's
I said killed. I said killed. But here's the thing: in at least in several states, you can abort the baby after there's brain activity. So even if and again, why is the consciousness the big argument? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, because now the argument is that if the woman's carrying it at all, she should be able to kill it. Like, if it's it doesn't matter what age it is or how close.
Because like people don't even argue for like the different like they're like the leftist argument right now is abortion at any stage with no questions and no requirements.
Also, if you guys were curious as to what I look like, this is what I look like.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I saw you before because you were on webcam with the last stream I talked to you.
Oh, cool. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, when you were here with me and Steven.
Yeah. I don't know why other people use that argument. I guess it's just like a compromise or like some kind of psychological human thing.
Which argument? Sorry.
The consciousness, like.
Well, you were just making it yourself.
Yeah, but for me,
it's because that people feel like they have to. Oh well, I have to have an argument for this thing, but really, you just think it for the convenience sake, and because you just don't care. Like there isn't an actual argument for it. It's just that you either don't care about life or you care about life.
I think I'm both. Like, I care about it, but like...
You don't care about life, you care about happiness.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say yeah. Because, I don't
know...
But
what is happiness if not perceived through a living being, like, through a living person?
Yeah, but then you guys also believe in freedom, you know, like, give me liberty or give me death.
Yes.
And that's for happiness.
Well, freedom is for happiness in as much as it doesn't violate someone else's rights.
Ayn Rand said that somebody's purpose in life should be to be happy, or that happiness is the goal of life. But I actually disagree with this. I think the goal of life should be to be good.
I agree. But the thing is like with the argument of freedom, right? The issue isn't for me it becomes freedom becomes no longer an issue when you are violating someone else's rights. And for me, killing a baby, violating that baby's rights. Hence why I do believe in the non-aggression principle, which I brought up earlier.
Like obviously, you don't believe in the freedom to murder. You just like people that well, I mean, clearly you are for the freedom to murder, but not adult people,
Yeah, fetuses.
Right. Well, I don't like the term fetus because it's literally just it has no definition. Like when does something stop being a fetus and become a baby? They don't have a definition for that.
Not really.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the term fetus because it's just dehumanizing. Like I'm not telling you not to use it because I know what you mean when you say it. It's just not a term you will ever hear me use unless I slip up.
Yeah.
I just feel like it waters down the situation.
That too. Hence why, well look, they use buzzwords because they don't want to use the term kill. They will say terminate the pregnancy instead of kill the baby.
Yeah, because
it's like what George Carlin talked about soft language, or how instead of saying shell shock, now we kept the word kept getting longer that we used for that.
It's true, but I mean, Democrats will lose their arguments if they don't use these soft words. That's why they use them.
Well, it's because they're wrong. You know,
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's why I think, in fact, they do lose arguments. Like, when they get debated, they often lose it. I mean, granted, that's, like, people will always come away saying their side won, and I'll acknowledge that. Like, everyone, will try to look favorably upon it. But, like, when I hear arguments, like, the people in favor of abortion, I never hear make a compelling argument.
Because it's not really, like, because you guys are using what's called pathos. And
No,
ethos,
I don't think I'm using pathos. Well, ethos, yes, but I would say I'm not using pathos. I'm not thinking emotionally. I'm thinking purely logically and ethically.
Yeah, in terms of labeling what murder is, that would be logos, right? Logic.
Right. But like for me, like it's not about my emotions to it. Obviously, those are always going to be a factor because I'm a human. But I think actually the people in favor of abortion are only arguing from emotion. They're not actually arguing from any sort of logic.
I think that's both sides use pathos, emotion. But what I mean by you guys are using pathos is you guys always better arguments. You guys take more into consideration. You guys don't like my arguments because they seem silly and subjective.
Well, how is that pathos? How is that emotional if we don't like your arguments because we don't find them compelling? How is that pathos?
Because usually arguments require like I'm putting more emotion. I'm putting more like.
I disagree. I don't think I'm putting emotion. I think I'm putting logic.
I don't think
into
that's all. That doesn't actually get you to
guys.
to a point of answer. It
But
might
you
get
said you guys as in
understand
us.
somebody's
We're using
emotions.
pathos, which I just don't think is true.
No, I didn't say you guys were using pathos. I was saying that you guys find arguments that like use pathos more effective.
No, I disagree.
I feel like we should.
I
have an
find
actual,
arguments
like,
that use
mental
pathos
argument,
very ineffective most of the time.
and not just.
Because I use logos a lot, logic, in
Well,
order to
but-
classify what.
I mean, I haven't heard you make a logical argument on the behalf of abortion personally.
No,
Like-
I'm not saying I'm.
And like, I'm not trying to put words into your mouth. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. But I was gonna say that I'm not really trying to convince you guys that killing a baby is good. I'm just trying to see where do you guys draw the line.
Well, I draw the
Because
line at all. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
Yeah, it's either you. It's like I said, you're either good or you're bad, or you're right or you're wrong.
Yeah, and we can say there are nuance in things, but I think people overplay nuance just to try and say that arguments are more complex than they actually are. Most of the time.
Most of the time, life is black and white.
Yeah, I think that there are nuanced things, sure, and like you can argue subjective elements to objective things as well.
Right. Do you guys ever feel like you guys try to lecture me on what other people, the sins they have made, like the logics they have made, and you guys try to like label me as doing the same types of
no, I don't think I do that. I think what I always try to do is argue against the point you say or tell you what I think of the point you say. There may be times I have made misconceptions, and I'm perfectly willing to admit that could be the case in some instances, but it's never intentional when I do. I don't think I've ever had the intention of lecturing you. That's never been my goal.
Okay. Alright, then. Never mind.
I just like to have a moral conversation.
Yeah, I like the conversation.
Genuinely likes to question my own moral beliefs, but see, I think the arguments that the things that I ask myself about, like the moral questions that I ask myself, I think are a lot more compelling than the ones that I usually get asked by others.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair, part of it is because we always have the same arguments due to culture war issues and, election issues and things like that. I think a lot of the time the conversation gets very constrained to specific topics, and because of that, people make the same arguments. And this is the thing both sides do, where they make the same arguments using a lot of the same points. I happen to think that the points on the right tend to be correct more often than the points on the left, although there are some instances where I think the points on the right are incorrect. It just depends on the issue.
Like, when it comes to abortion, I don't think the argument is actually, like, is it okay or not okay to kill a baby? Like, I think the moral question that's really being asked...
Are you okay with it?
the question is life is life important in itself? Like, is life a good thing in itself? And
Right.
I think it is.
That's fair. Yeah, I agree. Activate the Gek. What does that do? The Gek will collapse all of the matter within its given radius and recombine it into form a living, breathing, fertile, virgin landscape and allow life to begin anew. What the fuck? Never mind. Hold on. I'm gonna save. What the hell does this do?
This is Fallout 3 New Vegas, right?
It's Fallout 3.
Fallout 3 New Vegas.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the hell? I've never done that. You can activate the Gek, it kills you, but it's like it terraforms the vault into like a new landscape.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh, because I looked up on IMDb and I think the title of your video is Leprechaun 5 in the Hood.
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
the
see
joke,
that
yeah.
from-
Yeah, that's the joke.
Oh, okay.
So like all of the this
Well then.
this playthrough, all of the titles have been a movie reference. Like there was part 1 and then there was part 2, Freddy's Revenge, part 3, Season of the Witch, episode 4, A New Hope.
Oh.
Where'd Fox go? I want him to lecture me that I didn't wait for him to get the Gek.
But I'm glad you're here, Hybrid, because usually we have better conversations on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love our conversations. You just always insult me. That's when I'm like, oh, this motherfucker.
Look, I gotta insult. Like, if somebody says something, I'll admit that I could be a jerk. But if somebody says something that I think is literally and morally abhorrent, like I think somebody's saying something that is actually evil, I get to the you start thinking about insulting people. But
because
But I'm trying to be less insulting, I guess.
it's just like, what is it? I don't care if you insult me. It's just like the conversation stops. Like the debating. It focuses on the insults, and that's when I'm like, yeah, I don't have time for this.
Well,
This is,
that's because I don't think that if I don't argue with something you said, it's because I don't think that there's a point. Like if I don't argue with something you said, it's because I think it's so abhorrent in itself and so obvious that there's nothing to say other than to say like I disagree. And then I get to insulting.
Yeah, but that's why I ask you questions, because I want you to answer them. But then you insult me, and I'm like, you didn't answer the question though.
Because the only way I could answer is to say like I just disagree, because there isn't an argument if you say something like you just obviously there's no argument if you like I could look back right now, I don't know.
Yeah, because you could just say I disagree, and then you can insult me. So so I think that would be better. That would make me more happy. That's what I'm saying. You answer my question, and then you insult me, and yeah.
Well, it depends, because sometimes your questions, I don't think really.
Sometimes the premise of your question seems a bit outlandish. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems stupid.
And that's not an insult. I think we can all ask stupid questions at times, because, I mean, and let me put it this way, there are some things that may seem perfectly like a logical question, but the framing may make it seem odd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's get blasted here.
But I don't know. I could have way better. I think I can give you better responses on the phone.
Yeah, I do think things. No, he's saying he's better on the phone than in he's better talking to you than in text. Is what he's saying.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make an ironic accusation. I'm like, I did call you on the phone the first time we spoke, and you're like, let's stick to text, bro.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. I'm just saying it's funny.
Well, that was because it was
certain he's unharmed?
But yeah, it's true.
Yes, sir. He'll pass out shortly, but we can revive him.
I mean, I agree. Like, I personally, when it comes to arguing, I like text because, you know, like we focus on facts. When it comes to like,
But I
conversation on
think
the
with
phone.
yeah, well, I think being on voice chat though, there is a certain degree of understanding you can get that you can't get with text because you know you
Yeah.
can hear inflection, tone, things like
Like
that.
I think a lot of the times where you think I'm even insulting you, I'm probably because I think like sometimes I insult you, but I don't think I do as nearly as much as you think.
What?
This is Colonel
Like,
I think yeah, because like once like you say I called you like a maybe I did call you a retard, but I don't think I straight up ever called you a retard.
704.
Because usually I don't call people's names straight like just like that.
Although you may have said that's retarded, and that could have been the insinuation.
Yeah.
I swear you've insulted me at least 20 times. Like, all right.
You know what I mean? Like if I say
Mr. President,
like if you like even when the last time I called you, I said things that you said were retarded, but I didn't say you were retarded. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up the word retarded right now in the voice chat.
You will find me having called you that when I got mad at you that one time.
Yeah.
'Cause-
But well, the thing about voice chat is that you guys, it's like friendliness. It's like, you know, you guys get afraid to disagree.
oh no,
because
I'm
you know
perfectly
we're
willing to
friends.
disagree.
Yeah, but most people, you know, like we're friends. We don't really want to like argue.
Yeah, I'll
But
argue
when
with you. I'll argue with you on voice. I just like I'm not usually a dick when I argue. I can be when I get heated, and even on the phone. Like you should see my stream where I screamed at Spencer over waifus. Like I'm perfectly willing. Like that's the thing. Spencer drives me up the fucking wall. I will shout at him. I will be very mean to him a lot of the time.
I think most of the time I'm pretty calm though. I don't get like aggressive or angry.
Yeah, I
at
agree, and
people.
I tend to be on the phone more. Like that's the other thing is
Yeah, you.
I do
have
think
better
that you do have better cadence when you're talking to someone. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying you as in everyone. I'm not saying you as in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think I understand you better when we're on phone.
Yeah, I think that does come across better too. Yeah.
Oh my god,
I
talk
think
the
the
same
sense
way.
that like I think the problem with talking to you on text isn't that is that you don't know. I don't think you know how to word things in text.
I worded it exactly how I wanted to. It sounds stupid, but I mean that's how I wanted to come out. I just wanted to like answer this question: would you take a bullet for Biden? No. Would you take a bullet for Trump? Maybe. You know, like
Because I think
yeah.
the way you text things.
I don't
makes
think I would
it
take a
really-
bullet for any president. Probably, I would only take a bullet for my family or possibly friends.
Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
you would take for a bullet for Biden. Seems
Yeah,
really
well, hell,
silly.
fuck. I wouldn't take one for Trump either, though. To be fair.
Yeah,
And I like
wouldn't
Trump.
yeah, good for you. But I think it's especially weird if you had a bullet for Biden.
Yeah, I take a bullet for Biden.
Oh no.
I just think like every time a
Sounds like a
president
bad
dies.
Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah, it does sound like a Dr. Seuss book title.
Oh god. But I'm the moderator of a film Discord channel with a bunch of pretentious people.
Oh, yeah.
They talk. Yeah, I've told you guys. They talk about black and white movies, Alfred Hitchcock, David Lynch, Stanley Kubrick. You know, the oldest.
I mean, a lot of those were good.
Yeah. Oh, well,
Alfred Hitchcock's
have you
and
seen?
Kubrick are great.
Have you seen Hitchcock's? Let's say North by Northwest by Hitchcock.
I have not, but I've heard of it.
Yeah. So you've heard they were great. Have you watched them?
No.
They're boring as fuck.
No, like so I've seen 2 Hitchcock movies, both of which I like. That being Psycho and Rear Window.
Yeah. So most of his movies aren't like that. Those Rear Window is a little bit more perverted, but it's a little bit, and it's not really perverted, but it has a gimmick. It's like,
Well,
oh,
there is a perverse aspect to it because he is spying on his neighbors at the start of the movie, and he's watching the girl unchanged and stuff. So
yeah. And then Psycho is like a horror movie, and somebody gets.
I actually, you know, I have seen The Birds, but it's been fucking years since I've seen it.
I also watched some of that show he did.
Oh, Alfred Hitchcock Presents?
Yeah. Because that'll come on TV sometimes.
Yeah, I overall like Alfred Hitchcock, but my exposure to his actual work has been limited.
No, that's fine. Then that's awesome. I thought you guys were gonna hate him more. That's why I used him as an example. I'm like, oh, you guys already know Alfred Hitchcock is boring. But then you guys are like, oh, I like the movies I saw so far.
I don't know why you thought we would think that. We love movies.
Yeah, like,
Oh.
and like Alfred Hitchcock, like again, I've only seen, I guess, 3 of his movies, but I barely
Like
remember.
Stanley
the first.
Kubrick is literally my favorite director.
Yeah, I like, and
Yeah.
he's in the top 3 for me.
Oh, that's good. I just assumed because I don't usually like Alfred Hitchcock naturally. I had to force myself to like see what like get better at liking him. So it was like a acquired taste for me. So I assumed it was the same way for you guys.
No,
Okay.
I've always loved
Problem
Psycho.
with Stanley Kubrick?
I love Kubrick. I will say that.
Okay. I
and-
actually like the messages in a lot of his movies.
Yeah, because it gets very political. A Clockwork
Like the message
Orange.
of the Clockwork Orange and the message of 2001: A Space Odyssey, I really like.
Alright, I'm gonna go meet President Eden.
What did you like about 2001? That's one movie I did not expect you to love. Rabbi Wofford.
I don't know why you wouldn't think I would like that movie. Like, for one, it has monkeys, and I love monkeys. I mean, they're not really monkeys. They're, like, unevolved humans, but whatever.
Makes sense. Okay.
But like, I like the whole, like, premise, though, is it's sort of like saying, like, making fun of the stupid kind of... I don't know if it was before or after Star Trek, but to me it seems like it's making fun of that Star Trek crap of like, oh, we're gonna go to space and the aliens are gonna help us out and we're gonna create a perfect utopia and we can travel all across space in just a matter of seconds. Like I think that like when it gets sci-fi gets to the point of like this super like fantasy of oh, what the human is capable of. And I don't think the human is capable of that. I think that that people often either very, very greatly underestimate humanity, and I think that a lot of people really, really overestimate humanity. But
yeah, okay.
But I like that 2001: A Space Odyssey, like the aliens helping us evolve, is sort of portrayed in this sort of creepy, like, way, like it's not necessarily a good thing. Because like in the movie, technology is clearly not portrayed as a good thing.
No, it's portrayed as leading to
Oh! No, don't die. Okay, I almost died there. That was close.
But I don't know if it's destruction as well. Only the robot was portrayed in that manner in 2001. Was the what was the name of that robot?
HAL 9000.
Well, no, like
HAL 9000.
Like just think about what they're in the movie though, like the technology where they're traveling space at like these like unfathomable. At this unfathomable speed, like, you know, where he's going through space and he sees all these crazy colors. It's like almost like Lovecraftian horror, like it's stuff that's beyond his comprehension.
Yeah, it's
like and then like at the end, the aliens like returning are like have like turned him into like this fetus godlike thing. Call it a fetus, whatever. He's a friggin' floating baby guy or whatever.
Yeah, floating embryo. Yeah.
And it makes me because it makes me think about like how far technology goes.
So technology helped them to evolve into a higher being at the end of the movie, you would say?
I would say that it's portrayed in a negative way though. Like is he still even human? What is this? What's the human experience at that point?
Yeah, that's exactly what it questions. but that's evolving. He might become evolving from ape to man, and then man to a higher being. So he might not be human anymore, I think.
But it's not natural. It's like this forced evolution by aliens. Like the point of the movie is pointing out how this is really could be not a very good idea.
Oh. Yeah, it is saying that, but at the same time, I interpret it as a good thing, because we always want to evolve, but not in that way where somebody controls our actions and our destiny.
But it's like a forced evolution is what I'm saying. It's like unnatural, like
a forced evolutionary virus.
Yeah, that's what COVID is. They say the Chinese made it in a laboratory in China.
Yeah, but our government was involved in that too.
Good to see you.
I mean, it was our labs in China.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dr. Fauci was running it. Like, that's actually true.
So I agree with your interpretation, Rabbi Woffers. It's not political. That's why I didn't think you would like 2001.
Well, I would argue that is a political argument, though. Technology, politics is really just, the ideas, right? Like, anything can be made into a political argument. It's not like a mainstream political argument, sure, but like I would argue that being against technology can be absolutely political, because look at the Unabomber.
I mean, that's also one of the reasons I like Fight Club is the anti-materialist message, but I think that can be attributed to technology too.
Yeah, well, it's all about getting back to the basics, which, again, that is absolutely a political ideology. It's maybe not, like, traditionally political. It's not necessarily an inherently right or left value, I would say.
We should hit them sooner rather than later.
Yeah, in Fight Club, I would say it emphasized the technology aspect less and more of a modernization, 21st century.
Right, but modernization goes hand in hand with technology.
Yeah, it does, but like it didn't focus on the tech, like.
Well, I mean, it did in the sense that they moved into an old rundown house with bad plumbing and they didn't have any of their possessions. You see what I mean? Like, maybe the technology wasn't at the forefront of it, but it was absolutely implied.
Yeah. I guess when I think of technology, I think of like sci-fi. Like even 2001, that's technology.
Well, I think even sci-fi, like a lot of the times, like the premise of sci-fi is horrifying. A lot of the time, more than often than not, sci-fis are like these horrifying dystopias more than they are these amazing dystopias, right?
Right. So
I think that's because, like, if we see life, we can just tell if that's where the direction technology would go. It wouldn't go to this dream utopia. That's not. I don't really think of that as a realistic possibility.
Okay.
Did you know that Lord of the Rings is anti-technology and anti-modernization?
The weapons haven't been
No.
You would never get it from the movies, but based on the books that Tolkien wrote. And with both Lord of the Rings and Silmarillion, right, like his expanded universe, Tolkien, each generation and era of Middle-earth got more technologically advanced and more modernized, but became worse. And that was the trend, and that's the way he saw it.
Yes, sir.
So that's why things from older eras are better in Lord of the Rings.
Like the best, like another good example is Brave New World.
And don't.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Cut out.
Pride is on me. The goal is Project Purity, but we can't get into the facility with those energy fields up. Rothschild and Lee say this robot should be able to take down the energy fields. So
Is my internet cutting out?
Can you not hear me?
Keep it clear and get it to where it needs to go.
Okay, yeah, I can hear.
Okay, I'm going to end the stream in a little bit here, by the way, because it's already 4:38. Although,
We'll use the robot to keep them up.
like I said, I usually get up in time, because I have to be to work at 1 tomorrow, which, isn't, like, early, but, like, it's earlier than I usually go into work.
When we're done with this, everyone can have a nice cold glass of water on me. Let's move.
Right, Rothschild. Fire
Yeah.
it up. Pride, move out.
Alright, the boys online, guess I'm doing Take It Back, because I started it already, but... this quest gets hate. Did you cut out now, Corbin? Because I don't hear you anymore. I will take that as a yes. Either that or I'm disconnected from the Discord. No, I'm the only one still here. Golly gee, would you look at that?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Yo. My bad. It was my internet connection.
I think it was Corbin's too, because he disconnected as well. Like, I was the only one in chat for a second there. Corbin's still gone.
Yeah. I was gonna say, man, that's really cool. That Lord of the Rings progressively gets worse the more advanced the civilization gets.
Yeah, like a lot of people overlook that because, you know, the movies obviously don't really adapt that.
No, the only ones that look advanced are the elves, the high elves.
Mm-hmm.
But they all look like douchebags, kind of. Like
Yeah.
Orlando Bloom.
I mean, Legolas is cool though.
Uh-huh.
And I like his little fun rivalry with Gimli.
Yeah. Oh, Gimli reminds me of you. I'm just playing.
Okay, dick.
I'm sorry. Well, yeah, it's just your beard. It's so big. Why do you have this like grown out so much? Because I did that, but it was because I wanted to see how large you could get. And yours beats me. Like, I can't grow it out that long.
Yeah, and mine if I shaved it would grow back like this in just a few weeks, by the way. Like,
wow.
My facial hair just grows super quick. There's Liberty Prime. There's the boy.
Well, he was talking about Brave New World, and that's like my favorite book ever.
Brave New World's a good book, yeah.
Yeah. It's because that's like Los Angeles. All we do is get high and
fuck.
enjoy technology. I love that.
Okay. you are happy in your cage.
Yeah, I am. I love technology. You know, I'm majoring in computer engineering. I love it.
I thought you majored in psychology.
Okay, I lied.
Or physics. You keep changing it.
Physics.
You're like a pathological liar.
No, I didn't. I only lied about that, and it was just too. Because you guys. I had to say something, and I'm just like,
well, here's the thing. Using a college credential is not going to impress us because we don't value college education because college is just indoctrination. Like, you pass by agreeing with the teacher, whether or not it's true.
Okay. No, I thought it would help me, like, to express my knowledge on physics, because I've studied physics all my life, so I know more than a bachelor's degree, but I'm doing computer engineering.
So what's your major in? What is it really in?
Computer engineering.
Okay. See, Hybrid, when you do shit like that, it's hard for me to believe a word you say.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
I have never lied to you.
I know, but you know computer engineers study physics, right? I'm sorry.
Sure, it's fine to study physics, but, like, again, you have to frame, like, and again, it's an appeal to authority fallacy. That wasn't going to impress me and make you think you're more correct either way, because someone who hasn't studied something can have intuition and figure things out, too. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, they can. But to me, it's like me lying about studying computer science. It's like the same thing, you know? It's like very similar, like the two.
Sure, but like, why lie? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I don't want to explain what computer engineering is. I'm like, fuck.
I think I know what computer engineering is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You think so little of my intelligence.
I don't. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. I'm sorry. It's true.
But I think the problem with technology, though, obviously, is the dependency.
Yeah, I agree.
And how if we build up this dependency, and we already know that the average IQ in America is getting lower and lower, and factory jobs, like people who work in factory jobs are screwing up more, I think, and people who work at fast food restaurants are screwing up a lot more, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that the average IQ is just getting lower and lower and lower. And this dependence on technology is really going to screw us if all the people who provide us with this technology become retards.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, if you don't have the fitting person in the job, then they're not going to do a good job. This is a general rule.
Right. But also, like, restaurants are getting more chaotic, you know, like, there's more customers coming into, let's say, In-N-Out. If you guys have been to In-N-Out.
Yeah, I've been to In-N-Out. I don't like In-N-Out. I think they're overrated.
I think that the American lifestyle was just sort of doomed to failure.
I would say
Why would you guys say it failed?
It's a failing society. We're an empire on the verge of collapse. It's bound to happen.
Like I think I'm not saying that America has always been bad or something. Like I think America is one of the best countries. I think that our foundations weren't very good in certain aspects.
Well, and I think a lot of the thing is it's not even necessarily failure. It's controlled demolition. Like it's intentional.
Like I think just the foundations like of democracy and liberty as being like a moral good. Like I think that we should have liberty, but I don't think we should think of it as if it's good to have as much liberty as we possibly can to do like horrible things.
Okay, Corbin. I was almost going to disagree with you there until you said the horrible things part. Because liberty is like one of the most important values to me.
I know, but I think like it works better as a. It works better to hope for liberty, but not to view it as like. I don't think of it like it's a moral moral rule that should be followed.
I think that's just one of the areas we're gonna disagree.
No, like what I mean is, because if you think of liberty, okay, say you think of self-sacrifice as the highest good,
which I don't, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, but say like self-sacrifice can be a good thing in certain circumstances.
Sure, yeah,
but when you think of it as the highest good, you start to say that self-sacrifice is good in situations where it's really not.
Okay.
The same way with if you prioritize liberty, you start thinking that liberty is good in every aspect, when
right.
It obviously isn't.
Okay, yeah, well, and in that respect, like, because here's the thing, I do think liberty is one of the most important things, but I do think people's idea of liberty often is not good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do think that there are certain risks that come with freedom. Like, and that's always going to be a factor. And I am ultimately...
I think there is something also about the American individualism that led to the modern left.
Right, yes, absolutely. And like I agree with you on that. Like John Doyle did a pretty good video on that too. I disagree with some of his premises, but I overall get what he's saying, and I don't completely disagree with him, obviously, because I do agree that it did cause where we're at, and I do think just having the attitude of just live and let live, that does lead us to where we're at.
I think that that we should have established not less rules in the Constitution. I think that we should have actually had more in the Constitution, and that we should have specified things better.
Right. I think we should have, like, the Constitution, its main purpose is rights, and I think that we should have defined those rights better. I agree.
Yeah.
And well, the thing is, it doesn't establish rights, it recognizes them, because that's the whole thing. The important thing is, because I think rights are innate and God-given.
That takes...
Let's see. This water is real. I was curious.
What? This water is real.
Yeah, I'm in Project Purity in the purifier. I no-clipped through the thing to drink the water that's down below. Because, you know, sometimes when there's water on screen in a game, it's not necessarily actually there, it's just scenery. Should I make her go in, or should I go in?
Make her.
Make her? Okay.
Or just say you won't do it.
And then just let it blow up? And
Have you done that before?
Yes, I have. I did it, I think, in the Boogie playthrough the first time, and then I went, like, because, you know, you just die and you get the ending that's really short. No, it wasn't the Boogie playthrough. It was a different one. I can't remember. It might have been my Genocide playthrough.
Honestly, like, though, when people act like, when people talk about America now, or, like, when people talk about, like, I'll hear conservatives talk about, like, oh, the genocide in Nazi Germany, or talk about communism. But whenever people bring up these genocides, I always, like, sort of have to bring up, like, the genocide in America is way bigger than that. So
yeah, it is.
So it's like, so we can't really take, like, this sort of moral high ground of, like, we're the good guys anymore.
Right, and don't get me wrong, Corbin, I agree with you on, like, people's view of liberty does lead us to where we're at, and there are, like, I do agree that people focus sometimes too much on that, but I also, like, liberty is very innate in my worldview, so obviously I do still think that it is one of the most important values. But I think the key difference is I think there are certain things that should be socially encouraged, and certain things that should be socially discouraged.
But
when you say genocide in America, do you mean the abortions?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And so it was that the lone wanderer...
Then I disagree. I don't consider that genocide.
It is genocide, though. It's mass death of human life.
Who had once
You're such a flip-flopper.
of humanity. For that
Yep.
is his only
You say it's
child.
murder, you say it's not murder.
It's murder,
Capital
but come on,
wasteland.
comparing that to genocide.
It is genocide.
It literally is genocide.
It's mass murder on an incredibly large scale that has killed more than any other genocide.
Biggest genocide that there's ever been. It's literally the biggest genocide there's ever been.
Cruelty.
That is
These were
true,
the
it's a
values
fact,
that guided
but
our lost
calling
soul
it genocide is like an
countless trials
offense to, like, the Jews.
No, it's
and the
not.
Holocaust.
No, it's
You just don't
no.
care.
Yeah, it absolutely is a genocide. It is the biggest genocide. And if you were saying I was using that as a defense to genocide, that's not true. I don't think committing genocide is ever good. I know. Call me old-fashioned, but I don't think genocide is ever good.
But the child refused to follow
Also,
the
I just think
father's
that, like,
selfless example.
when you're talking about babies,
Instead,
I don't get to, like,
allowing
the
a
dehumanizing
true
thing of
hero
it. Like, I don't get
to
why,
irradiated
so, like,
control
it's
chamber
not just,
of
like,
Project
even, like, what you would consider a
and
fetus isn't the
sacrifice her own
abortions that are
life
happening.
for the greater good of mankind.
Because I think you don't
Sadly,
believe in abortion up
when
to
selected by the
full
sinister
term.
president to be his instrument of annihilation,
I
the wanderer
think they
agreed.
can abort whenever they feel
Humanity
like.
would
Okay,
be
then
preserved
see, Corbin, you were wrong. You're giving them too
When
much
you
credit.
guys
purest
retarded.
form.
Yeah, you can't even argue that it's not human life, then they don't suffer then, because
But the
they
virus
literally
contained within
have brain
soon
consciousness at that
eradicated
point.
all those deemed unworthy of salvation.
No, they don't.
They do.
Never anything.
What?
Despite its
They
progress,
don't.
You said you're okay with abortion at any point. You said that there's no cutoff. And when...
Yeah, okay.
So they do have brain function. They get brain function in the womb.
stepped through the great door
Yeah,
of
they
Vault
do, but
101.
So they suffer because it's violent. They violently go in, they scramble it, and then they suck it
The
out.
tale of humanity will never come to a close.
Well, that's like saying
For the
if
struggle
you kill
of
a
survival.
bug. Well,
No, it isn't. You do not fucking compare a baby to a goddamn bug.
And war.
You fucking evil, vile piece of shit.
This is what I mean, is, like, sometimes you just say things that are absolutely abhorrent.
Why on God's green earth would you think that would be an effective argument? It's really like when you kill a bug. No, it fucking isn't.
Well, at the end of the day, we're just organisms. Like, how are we different?
Okay,
from bugs?
so you don't view human life as any different than bugs, but you care about human suffering, but you don't care about human suffering in this case, because they literally do suffer. See, you are inconsistent, and this is why I say you do not have any consistent principles. This is why I say it, because you say things like this.
I'm saying I'm comparing and I'm comparing. It's similar, and at the same time it's different. So I'm comparing, but like, is it illegal for me?
I don't
to
see how
compare
it's
a
different.
I'm not saying it's illegal, and I think you have a right to have your opinions, as evil as I think they are.
Like, this is what I said, is just, like, you can just admit that you don't think that life has value.
I think it has
Like, I feel like that's the argument.
How do you think it has value? How? If we're no different than bugs, how the fuck does life have value?
Because I would rather kill a bug than you, but at the same time we're just organisms.
And you wonder why I call out contradictions so much.
Yeah.
It doesn't even. This is what I mean. Is like you said sometimes you just insult me and you don't argue. It's because you can't argue with something that doesn't even make sense.
Because I get insulted.
Of course, I'm going to insult you when you say that.
When you say killing a baby is no different than killing a bug, of course I'm gonna call you evil for that.
And of course, I'm gonna just stay silent for a bit.
Okay, because you can't argue your point because it is indefensible.
Alright.
We need to start figuring out other things we need to argue about. The abortion talk is.
Well, it's never gonna go anywhere. I know that full well.
I think we've hit the wall with it. I think we've heard all the arguments he would have.
Yep.
If you feel you're getting sick, quarantine yourself at the clinic immediately.
Yeah, I'm down to argue about anything you guys want to talk about.
Well, we were talking about technology, but I feel like a lot of politics does sort of run into each other because a lot of the times it's the same moral dilemma. I think, like with technology becoming so advanced that it's a horrible thing. I feel like abortion actually would be a factor to that, along with a lot of other things.
Yeah, I mean it's done through technology.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of the world's problems sort of work together.
Yeah, that's the bad sides of technology, but technology has also helped a lot of people survive starvation with vaccines.
Yeah, no, they're well. We get into vaccines. That's a whole other argument. But there is what was I gonna say?
I think that technology has ruined the human experience.
Yeah, like I think that technology has done a lot of good, but I do think that ultimately it has done a lot more bad.
Because I mean, just thinking about what it means
Now,
to be.
At that point, that.
Go
ahead, sorry, Corbin.
I was just saying, I think we need to think about what it means to be a human and how technology really interferes with what we really are supposed to be doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that another thing with technology is like to be fair, when I say it has done more bad than good, that I will fully admit is subjective because you're quantifying it and I'm going completely on instinct, not on actual like real numbers there.
I think that technology absolutely has done more bad than it's good. It's killed more than I think.
I mean, it did create nuclear bombs, so, you know. Like, technology itself didn't create it, but without technology, we wouldn't have nuclear bombs.
Like, yeah. Not to say that people shouldn't have guns or anything.
Well, I think people should be allowed to have nuclear bombs. There's nothing in the Constitution saying we shouldn't. Yeah.
But the reason we have to have guns is because technology is going to evolve whether we like it or not, and we have to have protection. It's better to be armed and have your, you know what I mean? Like it's like what Jordan Peterson talks about, where it's better to be strong and hold yourself back than to
Right.
be weak and think of weak like being being weak because it's good, you know.
Right.
If you said Jordan Peterson, I have a confession to make. I kind of don't like Jordan Peterson. I think I'm like the only
I figured
guy.
you wouldn't.
Yeah, I kind of figured you wouldn't either.
Because he makes like 20-minute videos, and I don't even understand what he's arguing for. He just rambles.
That doesn't surprise me.
I understand what he's
I
talking about.
understand what he's talking
because
about, too.
I understand, but a lot of times when I watch this, because I actually understand psychology on some level. Like, I feel like it's once you figure out certain things about
No, it doesn't.
psychology.
Like, I
you
don't
just
agree with
remember
everything
it.
he says either, because there are things Jordan Peterson gets wrong too.
Yeah. Like how he thinks that people should be like, how he thinks people shouldn't be allowed to be anonymous on the internet. He's
Yeah,
pretty
I think
weird
that's
about
stupid.
that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Also, he has like a problem with like people impersonating him for a joke.
Yeah, that's also stupid.
But I think like out of this few there's few psychologists I respect, and I would say Jordan Peterson is one of them.
Yeah, I would agree.
Hybrid keeps dying. But I think like what Jordan Peterson talks about is pretty important.
Yeah, I agree.
He's talking about that how men should return to a more traditional style of masculinity, and that we've sort of lost touch with spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says that a lot. I think in most videos. He
Well, that's
also
his
said that-
point. That's what he wants to do. Is he wants men to return to a traditional point of masculinity. So of course he's gonna talk about it. It's like his main goal.
Yeah. I should probably go to bed soon. It's already 5.
Yeah, I should go to bed too.
Because it's what 4 where you are?
Yeah, 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's 5 a.m. here, so.
It's morning for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Corbin, I got news for you. That's morning for me
Yeah.
too, but you know.
Yeah, but I know, but I mean, like, for me, it's like 7. I'm literally like, I literally woke up.
Right. We started your day with a stream. Whereas for me, it's still last night, technically. It's not technically last night, but it is last night to me, because I don't view it as the next day until I've slept, even though that's not true, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I perceive it.
Yeah, like every time I sleep, I feel like it's a new day.
Right. Like, even though it's literally not, because I always go to bed, like, really, really late, like, early in the morning. But Fallout is actually really addicting, so it's really hard for me to stop playing it sometimes, too. Corbin, I think I'm going to be like you and have 4 Fallout overdoses. Zippity-doo! I think it's so funny,
I
though.
like how you always get, like, at all the games I recommend you get mad at them until you love them.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get mad at Lisa. Oh, actually, no, I am kind of frustrated right now because I have no idea where to go, so...
Yeah, but Lisa's still a really good game.
Yeah, and I've been liking it so far.
Honestly, I don't care for the platforming in Doom games.
Really? I like it in Eternal.
Because I think I don't know, I kind of like that, the classic Doom games
keep you shooting all the time.
Well, yeah, but you got to constantly be moving in Doom Eternal. That's the whole thing with that. Like, if you don't keep moving, you'll die.
I think that sort of applies to like all the Doom games.
No, but Doom
I mean,
Eternal,
maybe
it's
not-
really
maybe
a
not
thing.
3. But in Doom 1, I would say that they do that, where like you always have to be moving around or else you die. Like playing Doom, I can't just shoot at one enemy and stand there.
Yeah, but Doom Eternal, I think, takes it the next natural step forward, where you have to like
Yeah.
go all over the place and platform and everything.
Yeah. Well, I think the way Doom Eternal does it is better than Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Because in
Also,
2016,
yeah, that's true. I take back what I said about Biden, how it was not entirely his fault about the retreat in Afghanistan. It looks like it might have been most of his fault.
Yeah,
I'm
it was.
sorry about that.
Yeah, no, like
I did more research.
Yeah, so the thing about, like, because, like, people often say, oh, well, Trump wanted to take the troops out too, but he had a very different plan laid out that Biden didn't follow at all. And Biden left a bunch of military equipment over there for the Taliban to just take. Hence why the Taliban's coming back stronger. Like, they haven't done anything to us yet, but I don't
really think that, like, since Vietnam, I think that our government started most of the wars since Vietnam.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think that people in power just always want there to be a war, because that's how you demonstrate your strength, is through war. So I think they just make stuff up, and then that leads to actual horrible stuff happening on the other side, and then we can say, oh, look, they did it. Now we have an enemy.
I mean, look, how did we get out of the Great Depression? World War II.
Yeah, I guess that war is kind of good for morale in a really weird way.
Yeah. How tired am I? It's not a matter of how tired I am, Ray. It's a matter of I need to go to sleep soon.
But I think that maybe war is just that sort of replacement where instead of killing animals, we're killing other human beings. Because I think there's like an outlet where people still want to kill things, but they can't kill animals like we used to anymore, unless you're like out in a rural area and you have a gun and you're more conservative.
Yeah.
I mean, but even if you live in a city, like I think there's still that sort of, we used to be more hunter-gatherer, and now we're not, and I think that we have to find that we as people are finding a replacement for that, but instead of killing animals, killing other people in this really, like we hate almost our own species.
That was close. I am so close to fucking dead. There's a super mutant overlord, which I'm not gonna fuck with.
You couldn't kill the overlord with the knife?
Dude, overlords are like one of the strongest enemies in the game. God fucking damn it!
They're stronger than the knife?
Yes. Well, Corbin, you gotta also remember, I have low health right now. I'm playing on very hard now, so, you know. I want to avoid the overlord like the plague.
So you're telling me that knife couldn't kill a super mutant behemoth?
It did kill a super mutant behemoth, remember? But I also had a bunch of Brotherhood of Steel helping me out, so...
Yeah, you should just... It would be funny if you made the joke that, can I beat the game just using the knife, and then you make your companion do all the work?
Well, I did let my companion do the work in some cases, so...
Yeah, it would have been funny to do it for the whole game.
Right. Okay, let's see...
Dang it. I keep falling off this pipe in this game.
Alright, let's see. All I got is sugar bombs, which suck at healing, and I don't want to use them because I want to make Ultra Jet. Like, I have literally no reason to make Ultra Jet, but I've been obsessed with saving these sugar bombs to do it.
I know, I for some reason I always like doing that, like handing in the technology to the Brotherhood, I do.
Uh-huh. I mean, to be fair, the Outcasts are cool.
And I always have to, like, whenever I collect Quantum, I also try not to drink the regular Nuka-Cola bottles because I can get a perk to turn those into Quantums.
Yeah, but I'm usually, like, much more like, I've usually already done the quest by the time I'm a high enough level to do that.
I usually save it for really late. I think it's funny that you can make the guy go look by telling him if you play a female character, you can tell that guy that you'll have a threesome with him.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I have one stim pack, I'll use it. And then... What do you think, Corbin? Should I cheat?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just give myself some...
You cheated so far, why stop now?
Well, because I am trying to do a challenge run. I could just give myself some more stim packs, you know? You know, let's try not to cheat. Let's try not to. Let's just see what we can do. I'm gonna save Scum, which is also kind of cheating, but, you know, in a different way.
Whenever you have the option to turn off turn off aim assist, you turn it off?
I don't think so. If it's on by default, it's on.
I always turn it off if I can.
Yeah?
I figure that it's, do you think it's better for it to be more realistic, or how do you prefer to play?
It depends. Like, with Doom, I play with the gun in the center of the screen, which isn't realistic.
Yeah, I like that. I like that in Doom Eternal I don't have to freaking update the game to do that.
I just got a notification saying Cucumber Clan is live. He went live? He's doing a weekly haul. Okay. Hello everybody, this is Way to Cucumber back at it again with white vans. This is Way to Cucumber back here once again, and today we have a new DVD haul.
3 years of Mr. Cucumber.
Who's Cucumber, by the way?
He's one of Malachi's friends. Well, not friends, sorry, no, I misspoke. He's someone who wants to be Malachi's friend, but Malachi doesn't like.
Cool, alright. Who's Malachi?
I don't think I even knows who that is.
Yeah, I know, I figured.
Yeah, I don't know these people.
So Malachi is this,
original fugitive Red-Eye is.
Yeah, no, so Malachi is this guy who used to be a subscriber of mine, but then became super leftist and went trans, like, shortly after. And then he made a whole video complaining about Andy Keyshore, who's one of my viewers, because Andy Keyshore called him a him when he says he's a woman. And so then I did a video defending Andy Keyshore, then we've had a back and forth argument, and Malachi got really upset, and then, like, had a panic attack, he said, and then has been, like, a big baby about it. But anyway, the Cucumber Clan is someone who wants Malachi to notice him and acknowledge him, because he wants him to make videos for him. Like, he constantly threatened. He used to constantly threaten people that he would have Valerie, which is the name Malachi wants to go by. He used to threaten that he would have fucking hell. God damn it. He used to threaten that he would have Valerie make videos on people if they insulted him and stuff. So to put it short,
I don't think he's probably really confused right now.
No, I understood it. There were viewers of yours, and then YouTuber beef happened between you guys.
Sort of. I mean, I like, yeah, that I guess that's a way to put it. But the thing is, like, I really got to Malachi and upset him, which has caused him to make some, like, very obvious conscious changes, because we used to make fun of him and say, you know, if you're a woman, why do you have such a manly beard? And now he's shaved his beard.
I feel bad for this Malachi. He's having low self-esteem.
Well, yeah, yeah, that's...
Him.
Yeah, but in a good way. No, like, the thing is, a lot of the stuff we've done is actually relatively lighthearted. I have been mean to him. I have been very mean to him at times. But a lot of it has been lighthearted, although we did have Corbin infiltrate his Discord and pose as a friend for a while.
Yeah, I had to... I was, there was not much to observe.
Yeah, it was really boring. But the Cucumber Clan was in that Discord, and then Malachi banned him because he annoyed him.
You had a man on the inside to infiltrate the Cucumber Clan?
No, to infiltrate Malachi. The Cucumber Clan is a nobody. Like I said, the Cucumber Clan wants to be part of Malachi's clique, like his group of friends, but Malachi doesn't like him.
The Cucumber Clan has, like, a special kind of autism that makes him great.
Yeah, he says so many things that just don't make any sense at all. Like everyone who goes and comments on the Cucumber Clan's videos, he just assumes they're working for this guy named Xander, who has nothing to do with it. Hello everyone, this is Larry the Cucumber. Oh, he also pretends to be Larry the Cucumber in his videos from VeggieTales.
Wait, I was like, apparently you think I have green powers? I have anime powers.
Yeah, so the reason he said that is because, so his name is the Cucumber Clan, right?
What's up, tourist?
And since his name is the Cucumber... Yeah, so his name is the Cucumber Clan, so I created a fake account called, like a parody account, called the Cucumber Clansman, and I told him, yes, brother, tell those trolls, green power. You know, as like a reference to like the KKK, but for cucumbers. And he thought I was saying that he had green power, and he's like, I don't have green power, asshole, I have anime powers. No, the Cucumber Clan is my favorite, I think. Like, he's the least intelligent person I've met, and I love him for it.
Yeah. I think the anime powers is from a YouTube video called Don't Fuck With Me, I Got the Power of God and Anime on My
You would
side."
think that, but he says... I think that's giving him far too... Like, he's very confusing, because, like, I told him one time, you're a sad, strange little man and you have my pity, and he said, don't use Pixar insults at me, I only like anime insults.
Yeah, he's got trans humor. Transgenders sometimes have this humor where it's kind of like all over the place. He's got a weird sense of humor. Okay. Yeah, I've got a friend like that. Alright.
I really do need to go to bed, though. I'm gonna go turn in Stealing Independence, and then I'm going to bed. Or no, not Stealing Independence, I turned that in. I'm stupid. I had to turn in Galaxy News Radio. And then I'll kill 3 Dog.
Does Rabbi Walfers, do you like Apocalypse Now? Did you like that movie?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. I was curious, what would you rate it?
I don't know, I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Hey, alright!
Good.
I mean, it's the kind of movie I like I like more like character study kind of movies, or like, or like just war movies are good too, and I like cults, so I thought it was good.
It's funny because remember how you used to hate cults?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting
Like-
to hear.
What?
That's interesting to hear, because Apocalypse Now reminds me just of like you. I always thought you were more like a war fan, but I don't think I think you literally just want more slavery. I think that's the thing with you. So Apocalypse Now, I think is a character study of the bad guy and like the protagonist.
I like how
think
I like
this
how
is-
he thinks that slavery is literally your only value.
I mean, basically. That's only a contribution you have to philosophy, I would say.
No, it
I
isn't.
think I would still say I think war is interesting, and I think I like and there's and I like violence.
Yeah, basically, that's why I thought you loved war, but no, that's not the case. You're anti-war. It's just sometimes I'm guessing you feel like it's a necessity for attack.
Well, there's that, and I think there's also a difference between liking war, acknowledging it as something that's necessary, or just saying violence is kind of cool, even if it's bad.
The Vietnam War and every war after the Vietnam War, I don't agree with, and I don't really. I would say that if I'm for war at any moment, I would say it's something more like the Crusades or something like that.
All right, I'm gonna end this YouTube stream, so everyone watching on YouTube, have a good one. I need